Sorry about that, my headphones were not turned on. But just to stop recording. Alright. So we are getting started with Assassin's Creed 3. As stated, I typically rank this game in the middle, but I am super excited because it'll be a nice scenery change. So we'll just extra content, just announcements. Okay. But yeah, we'll just get started with Assassin's Creed 3. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Liberation and Freedom Cry yet. I'm gonna take a look at the release date for Shadows and how long I think all these games are going to take me, and kind of plan it out. I don't know if I have a lot of spare time to throw them in there, but we'll see. I'll take a look. But don't worry about that in a little bit, because we got Assassin's Creed 3. I haven't quite finished the platinum on Assassin's Creed Revelations. I just got to do a few extra things in the DLC, which I'll probably do off stream, but I'll stream it again for the end, just so everyone can see that I get the platinum. That'll come later this week. But so first things first, let's take a look at, before we get started, alright, I'm just going to take a look here. 5 out of 10. So this one will take us 50 to 60 hours. So this will take a pretty good chunk. Okay, so there used to be online trophies for this game, but they were removed for the remastered version, replaced with the DLC. So we'll be playing the DLC as well. Okay, so this is a 6-step roadmap. I'm sorry, I was just reading this. And it all starts with just 100%ing the story, which is the same for the past couple. So we will just go ahead and get into this. Sorry.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up. Or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call Pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the Pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the Apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
God, this is when the modern day was peak storytelling. This is what made Assassin's Creed so great.
We're here. Let's go.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Excuse me, sorry. not going to play this too long time. We're just going to get it started.
I think we're here.
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir.
Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. There's no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Running feels
Okay,
so
Desmond.
much quicker in
Let's
this
practice
game.
climbing on these objects.
Parkour is so much quicker and smoother in this game. I feel it already.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap. Synchronization level
Rude Awakening. Re-enter the Animus. Our first trophy is down.
Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Sequence 1, a deadly performance.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
I do like the more modern feel in this game. It's just a nice break from the Ezio, the really tight cities. I mean, you grow to miss those, but after 4 games of having it, it's nice to have a little break from it.
Evening, Haytham.
And we get it back with
I can't tell you how happy I was to
Unity,
hear
so
they mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
And a statesman because he's so great, thinks his trade as honest as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too, he acts
I already have.
both against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by them.
Sir, Black Mall at sent word her trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will...
1,000 pardons. So sorry. My apologies.
Active and industrious, you may satisfy that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Gag, sir, is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not mend his hand. This is death without reprieve. I may venture to book him. For Tom Gag, £40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from the transportation, so I can get more by her staying in.
Betty has brought more goods into our loft here than any drive of the game. And in truth, 'tis a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her off, she may, in the common course of business, live at 12 months longer. I love to let women escape. A good sportsman always lets the end partridges fly, which the breed of the game depends on. Besides, here the law allows us no reward. There's nothing to be got by the death of women, except our wives.
Without dispute, he is a fine. 'Tis woman that seduces all mankind. Like her we first were taught our weakling arts. Her very eyes give cheek when those cheeks find. She tricks us of our money with our hearts. 'Tis woman that seduces all mankind. Like her we first were taught the weakling arts. Her very eyes
Let them play.
when those
Stand by.
I've got a bit of stage fright.
A little Dutch courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
Jeremy's really burning up the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
Of love like law, I won't fight high, and you must be feeding to our heart.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Side balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one that did the murder!
That man there! Seize him! A man was killed in the upper balcony. But I've done no wrong. I swear
Search him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
Did they find?
No pushing, please! Patience, please!
Let us through. He can.
Order!
Order! Try to remember.
Order! We must have order!
It happened right at that balcony. What are those men doing?
I'm staying where it's safe.
Move! Move!
Order! We must
Imbecile.
have order!
Where are you going?
Just everything's turning up Haytham. Guys, stop him getting stopped one right in front of him.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
First mission down. Now, if I remember correctly, it's either this one or Black Flag, but I want to say it's probably Black Flag, not this one. But some of the full sync requirements are just so totally luck-based that it's maddening. So we'll play up until he gets to Boston, and then we'll probably call it a night. It's already 9:30, so...
Some fresh air might do me good.
Aminus. The Providence is one of many sailing ships in the British Merchant Navy, which basically means it was a trade ship rather than one meant for war. You'll notice it's carrying cannon, but those are mainly for protection against pirate or privateer vessels, or for turning the ship into a privateer vessel, should the need arise. The ship was built in 1748 and made several trips a year between Britain and North American colonies, with occasional visits to the West Indies. The manifest doesn't indicate anything particularly interesting. Mostly it carried staples like tea, molasses, and cloth. The captain, by its part owner Samuel Smythe, who got something out of a reputation among sailors for both cruelty to his crew and penny pinching on rations. Incidentally, that's not exactly a way to keep good sailors on board. The crew is probably both inexperienced and disgruntled. Ideally, you want an experienced crew who are hugely gruntled. Although you likely don't know about running an 18th century sailing vessel, odds are you won't notice a difference. Let's see what this is. Vanarana. Vanarana is believed to have originated in Madagascar. It is played on a 9-row, 5-column board of intersecting lines. Each places 22 black or white pieces on the board, then tries to capture opponent pieces by moving them along lines, either approaching or opposing stone. Okay, I know how to play this. No. Yes. Alright. So he's white. trying to think here. Oh, dang. No, I get to go again. That was a good move. Oh, but I think if I move this one here, I get all 5, right?
I'll give you that.
Well, that was a pretty good one. Oh, he's still going. Jeez.
Won't take long to win at this rate.
I would never see these double moves if it didn't make me do it. Yep. Just gonna take those 2. I'm gonna take these 2. Or I could take these 2. I did see it that time. So he's got to go here. Then I think we're done. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. Huh. I'm so dumb. Alright, I lost. And let's go see what this one is. It's over here. Yeah, I'm not playing that right now. We'll do some of those mini games later. I don't know if there's a trophy for it or not, but...
Good morning, Doctor.
To you as well.
A question, if I may. Do you serve aboard the ship, or are you simply taking passage?
A bit of both, actually. I've been commissioned by the Royal Navy to study maritime illness. I'll be observing the crew during the journey. We have found that sailors fare far better on the open seas than the rest of us. I hope to discover why that is.
Well, I hope you are successful in your endeavors.
As do I. Thank you for the kind words.
A moment to talk?
Ah, a fellow Londoner. Good to see I'm not the only man of means aboard. Rupert Martin, pleased to meet you.
Haytham Kenway. Pleasure.
Seems we picked an excellent time to leave the city.
Oh?
You didn't hear about the murder at the Opera House?
No. What happened?
They're still trying to sort it all out. And I suspect they'll be at it for a good long while.
Any word on the motive?
They've ruled out robbery, so perhaps it was a business arrangement gone sour. Or something more personal, more lurid. Who knows? But I am glad to be away from it. The city grows more dangerous by the day.
So looking at the trophy list, we have to do the win one of each game at the homestead. Right. It's good enough for now.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't stick right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain
To
sees us...
hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why's that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be. Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
these thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
It's good to shot him. Day 28 at sea.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right to use lamb and wine. We're stuck.
You looking for another fight? That it? Go away.
No, you really talking shit.
Quite the basting you gave Graves and Quill.
Wasn't by choice.
Aye. Blockheads, the both of them. Where are my manners? Louis Mills. Pleased to meet you.
Haytham Kenway. So, should I be watching my back?
I think the boys learned their lesson. They're normally not so nasty. Honest, it's just the past few crossings have been a bit rough.
Oh?
Captain's trying to cut costs. Reduced rations, lower wages, more dangerous cargo. It's put the crew on edge.
Is there cause for concern, then?
Not if I can help it. But the captain needs to think about the way he treats his men.
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice? Go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Is it the guy I originally talked to?
Are you James?
Aye.
Haytham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk 'em down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine, whilst we're stuck in fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
I'm curious.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks.
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham.
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. It doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the Opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
you sure this is how you want to play it?
Die, Mills.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right. We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Thank you, thank you.
Day 72, friggin' nearly 2.5 months at sea on an old wooden boat. Those gold bars or those crackers?
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see. Pretty good opening little scene there. Journey to the New World, Sequence 1. Mission complete. Full sync, baby. Alright, we are gonna call it here. I'll probably do Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow, and we'll pick this up. And we might pick this up tomorrow as well, since it's Friday, so. Anyway, we'll get to a save point, assuming it allows us to do one right here. Sequence 2.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to
Just save it here. I want to go back to this real quick. People. Providence. We'll look at some of those. DNA tracker. Analyst training. Options. If there's a way to manually save it, it's in here. Alright, let's just wait.
introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
I think we can just call it here. So we will we'll call it here. If I have to backtrack a little bit, so be it. But anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.